Hello everybody. How are y'all today? I've certainly been taking advantage of spring. Springtime is my favorite season. I've been doing a lot of gardening, but I think I may have overdone it with the gardening a bit because we have a lot of mulberry saplings, ones that have gotten a little bit too big, so I've been cutting them down, and I think I cut down too much stuff over this past week because now my right arm it freaking hurts. Like I actually can't do much with my right arm. Like, do you know the muscle that's like kind of like it's like where your armpit kind of connects to like your chest, like where your pectorals at, like in that kind of like it weaves its way like almost like under your arm. All that freaking stings whenever I freaking move it. Oh my gosh. So I may have went a little bit too much Giga Chad over this past week. I was just sawing stuff down. I was chopping. I mean, like, I made a whole pile. I have a whole addition to our original pile of wood. It is now, like, a small mountain because I've cut up, like, so much stuff. And today was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, it's been a bit sore, but, you know, sometimes you're sore from doing yard work, but oh, golly gee. I cut down too many branches. Cyberman donated and said, tweet the stream. Also hope you had fun gardening. I did. I still had fun gardening. I have a lot of my bergamot is growing really well. Some of the seedlings that I planted in like these little like in like these jugs, like I reused our milk jugs and made them into like little greenhouses. And a lot of my bergamot's growing well in there, as well as some lupine. I'm really mad that none of my bluebells have come up because, oh my gosh, I love bluebells. I've went on some walks recently, and I've seen a lot of bluebells, like, you know, like naturally popping up everywhere, and I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I want bluebells so bad in my yard. I want them to spread everywhere because it looks like they're like fantasy. If you've never looked up if you've never seen Virginia bluebells before, look them up. They're so cool. They change color as they age, but they originally start as almost like a dark purplish blue or just blue, and they kind of like turn pink as they age. It just looks like a flower that you'd find like from a video game or something. I don't know. I wish I had more of them. But no, I had fun gardening. I gotta rest my arm for a while. Ty donated and said, today's Superman Day? Well, happy Superman Day. I wish I dressed up for the occasion. I sadly did not. Neb donated and said, Katori being I'm a hard-working woman. I mean, my neighbors are probably wondering what the heck's going on because I'm like going in the backyard with all these tools. I'm like carrying a shovel, like bringing the wheelbarrow, got my saw, got these, you know, the big clippers. I mean, because last year it was so busy in the springtime that I wasn't able to really crack down on the yard work like I wanted to. And so some of the overgrowth has kind of flowed into this year. So I'm also taking care of kind of stuff I should have taken care of, like taking care of last year and this year. So, and since I want to kind of like really do some big additions to my garden, like in terms of native plants. I tried to do that last year, but I did it too late in the game where like a lot of the stuff wasn't available. So I'm really trying early this year, and I'm really excited because my bergamot seems to be growing really well, and wild bergamot's like really good for pollinators, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna be adding a lot of that into my yard, and I'm gonna try to like go to like I've been like trying to look up stuff like where I can like trade plants with other people. Like there's like I didn't know there's this whole underground network of people who like trade native plants. So I've been trying to get in on that, so that'll be kind of fun. So I've been trying to put some like separate ones in separate pots, so if I ever do a trade, I'll be prepared. So I'm excited to see if I'll be able to participate in any of that this year. If I can get my hands on some bluebells or some lupine, I'll be the happiest little, or Dutchman breeches. I want some Dutchman, man. I want some of that. Actually, ramps, but ramps take forever to grow. Ramps are like a native, they're basically like a native leek. If you know what leeks are, it's kind of like an onion. But they take like 4 to 5 years to fully mature and actually like, grow out of the ground. So, and they've been actually overly picked a lot by people. So, it's, they're kind of like really sparse, but I want to help out. I want to grow them in my yard if I can. So we'll see if it works in 4 to 5 years. But anyways, I'm gonna rant about plants all stream. I'm sorry. Iron donated and said, I did my own yard work by helping my dad level up out level up our shed, level up our shed and make it stable. Here's a hug for a fellow hard worker, LOL. Hey, congratulations, man. We need to get ourselves a shed before, like, yeah, I don't think we do not have a shed. We mainly just store our stuff in our garage. But what I really would want is a greenhouse. That'd be so cool. But sadly, I think our yard is too shaded to have a greenhouse because, you know, you need the sun. So, you know, c'est la vie. But yeah. What I actually really want to do is get some, oh gosh, I'd love to get some native wisteria. Because like wisteria is so cool, the way you can grow it to look like a tree. Technically it's a vine plant, so like you can grow it up a trellis, or you can grow it like up a freaking wall. You know, it's like however you want to do it, right? Like wisteria can kind of do what you want as long as you lead it where to go. But you can grow it to look like a tree, and oh my gosh, like I want to get one for the front yard because sadly one of our crab apple trees died. I think the summer was really, really hot, and I think it just murdered it, which I'm really sad about. So once we cut that tree down and then, you know, kind of get rid of the stump, I'm gonna see if I can plant something in that area. Cause, you know, whenever a tree goes, I have to replace it. I gotta do my part. I'm a tree hugger after all. Yeah, wisterias are really beautiful, Zach. I love wisterias, man. I love wisterias. I have like, yeah, man, I have like this, like when they start blooming, if I can find a place to take a photo by a wisteria, I'm gonna take my Renfair outfit and like do a nice little photo shoot. I'm actually gonna invest in a better camera too, because my camera, the camera we have is kind of like stopped working or focusing correctly, and it's kind of getting older. And so especially if we want to do like an updated version of the calendar too, like if we want to like get like some newer photos for calendars and stuff like that, I need a new camera. So I'm gonna be investing in that too this year, getting a good camera. Because actually what I really want to do is, like, I've seen like some really cool photos that people have taken, like whether it's for cosplay or like other like aesthetic purposes, and like where they do movement, and those always look so cool. And I always wanted to do some of those, so I'm gonna try to get a better camera that can actually have a better shutter speed so it can capture that. So it'll be fun. It'll be all fun. Cyberman donated and said, "Plant Girl GF says that's nice, but tweet the stream." Well, listen, plant Girl GF's just gonna have to be a little patient because I'm excited to talk about my plants. But thank you for the reminder again, because I probably would have forgotten. But hold on, hold your horses. I was on my plant rant. And actually, speaking of which, let me get up Kofi because I've not read Kofi yet either. So at least that way, I won't get sidetracked. Let me just find my place real quick so I can, there we go. Okay, let's do that real fast. I'm too lazy to type anything out, also because my arm kind of hurts, so I kind of don't want to move it too much. Oh, I added the hashtag this time, what do you know? Let's see. On Kofi, Cyberman donated 6 hours ago. people are early today. Cyberman donated and said, "Hey Katori, I hope you're doing well. So I made a fan art of the ice skater that's in Discord. I was working for a while. Also, love the audios this week. Good job. Also, I'm going to try and send the fan mail next week if I can. I would have done it sooner, but was busy. Hope you have a good week." Well, thank you. I hope you have a good week too, and thank you for sending the going to be sending the fan mail. I will let me know when you do, and I'll try to keep a lookout for it. But thank you. I look forward to seeing what you send. And scrolling up a bit in the art channel. Oh yeah, it's really pretty. I like her pose. She's gliding on the ice. Very nice, very nice. So thank you. Oh, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We have a 4-part donation from Elias Esteban Sanchez. And, oh, it's another poem. Another poem. The Muse Within. So I'm assuming this is going to be about our latest classmate. Like, the girl who, like, literally has a sketchbook full of you. Could you imagine? I'd probably, at first, I'd be a little surprised. I'd be like, whoa, that's a lot of me. But, you know, she appreciates your beauty. Let's see. So, The Muse Within. What have we here in this fine collection? A series of remarkable works, portraits and sketches. Yet, within these works of art most fine, a subject is repeating. Is this how you see me? These repeated renditions astonish me greatly. Please don't misunderstand, I'm not put off by your work in the least. Is this what it means to be a muse? You've chosen a dull subject indeed. Yet among the details most mundane, you find within your inspiration. Insist that the subject is exactly why you wish to draw it well. Within these words emphatic, within those eyes most eager, I see something more. I do not understand the lure. I do not understand the lure what calls you, what inspires such appeal. But I do understand this thrumming in my heart. I know how I feel. Ah, now I see as you do. Now I understand. So this is what it means when I inspire to set your heart afire. It is a fire most passionate, a burning most insistent. Now I can say I am honored to be your muse, your source of inspiration. And it says, hope you and the family are well. Have a good day today, and yeets, take care of yourselves. Well, thank you, Elias. That was a very nice poem. Elias is like doing these nice weekly poems based on our lovely ladies, our lovely gals, our women. But no, very, very nice, Elias. I like this one. I'm totally not biased, obviously. It's, you know, I like art. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I just see Koki's like still not convinced you're not looking at me when I do these, when you do art RPs. I guess, Koki, you'll never know. You'll never know. John Kraft donated and said, hey Katori, it's me, John. How are you doing this week? By the way, did you get my Easter card I sent you, or did it get lost in the mail? Hope you got it. It's very beautiful. Yeah, I know you reminded me last week. I'm so sorry, Elias. This past week has actually been, despite, you know, having to do, you know, despite doing just gardening, it's been a pretty hectic week, actually. So I sadly did not have time to go down to the post office. So hopefully I still have it like on a to-do list. It sadly keeps like getting pushed to the bottom, but I will try to check the PO box soon, since I know your Easter card is there, and in case if it didn't come, you know, I want to let you know in case if it did sadly get lost in the mail. But no, I other than it being, you know, as I said, a bit hectic this week, I did have a good time gardening, except I did over garden a little bit. My right arm is not feeling that good right now. But I'll be all right. But I'll be okay. I'll be all right. Thane donated and said, hey Katori, how have you been? I'm doing well. I've decided to create my own D&D world so I can play with Mila and my brother. It's a lot of work, but it's so fun. Already created the world, main continent, 3 principal regions, and the guild their characters will be a part of. That's awesome! Yeah, I mean, being a part of a campaign currently myself, it's really fun, and actually, quite frankly, I think my brother wants to create one himself, so our family can all play together, but he's still working on it, so we haven't done that yet. But it's a lot of fun, so I hope you guys have a good time, and yeah, it's really exciting. And as far as I've been, again, mainly just busy gardening and like demolishing my right arm, and just being busy with everything else that life brings, you know. You gotta love living life. Oh, Thane donated again and said, also, this is for Bobby. I can only wonder what that means. So it says, I tried to make up a joke about a ghost, but I couldn't. It had plenty of spirit, but no body. It's all right, Thane. I'm sure it has. I can't even think of. I was gonna try to see if I could do my own pun. I don't really do puns. But no, I'm sure Bobby appreciates it, Thane, even if it doesn't have a body. I'm sure he does. Iron Piedmont donated and said, don't you hate false advertising? Actually, I do. I get a lot of emails with false advertising. Actually, quite a lot recently. It says, I remember one time I got some ghost pepper potato chips and was very disappointed with them. I got ghosted by the flavor. Oh my gosh. I legit thought you were going to talk, like, this was going to be like a food review. You'd be like, don't you hate it when, like, food doesn't give you what it says? And I'm like, yeah, I totally get that, Iron. I hate when that happens to me, too. But no, I thought this was like for reals. I guess not. Yeah, but I mean, if you were ghosted actually for real, like if you were actually ghosted by the flavor from a ghost pepper potato chip, either A, they didn't put it in, or you're like masterclass. But nah, you got me that time. Natasha donated and said, M&M is trying to grow forget-me-nots on our balcony. Let's go! I love forget-me-nots. They're really cute. And they're blue. Actually, right now, I want to grow, I think those are Chinese forget-me-nots, I believe, the blue ones. There are native forget-me-nots to America, but they're white. So I'm going to be growing some white ones in my yard. But the blue ones are very pretty. I have seen them, and I hope they blossom well, Natasha, because they are so beautiful. It'll make your balcony look very pretty. Let us see. I've lost my place once again. Lizard of Paradise donated and said, hey, Katori, it's cockadoodle moo, and my account is back. Well, let's go. I know you've been having problems with that, so I'm glad it worked out. The comments I made while it was hidden are still hidden, but hopefully it'll clear up soon. Also, I just left a paid comment on the last audio. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, yeah, no, I hope your account keeps on staying okay. I know you've been having a lot of issues with, like, either, like, being blacklisted or, like, you having problems with, like, permissions or something. So I hope everything goes well, and I'm glad your account's back. Mr. Oneupon donated and said, good evening, Katori. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm having a terrible problem with my Wi-Fi connection, so I may not be able to talk much. That's okay. I mean, believe me, technology is... She's very difficult at times. So yeah, no worries. I've had my fair share of Wi-Fi issues. So, but I hope it, you know, pans out well. I hope like it, you know, starts being nice to you this evening. I'm sorry that it's giving you problems, but no worries. I hope it gets better. King Michael, I'm assuming it's first. It gets cut off, but King Michael donated and said, Katori, I asked you earlier about your opinion about your volleyball captain as a volleyball jersey merch and sports gear for your shop. I don't know if you're I don't like most of my t-shirts and stuff are sold on Teespring. I don't know if they do jersey stuff. If you're talking about my Etsy shop, it might be hard for me to like produce and sell t-shirts like by myself, so I may not do it in that regard, but I mean, if Teespring offers jerseys, that might be something I can do. So that'd be kind of cool. I actually know back in the day, this wasn't something I was thinking about producing, but I remember when we first got our softball GF, because she was like, I think one of the more sporty GFs that we did like earlier on. I actually wanted to make her softball jersey because like I played softball back in the day, so I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to make like a Miss Wholesome softball jersey, but I never did. But yeah, no, that's an interesting suggestion. I guess we will have to see. Very interesting. Nep donated and said, Katori narrating a plant documentary when? I bet it would be just you geeking out adorably. Thank you. No, we actually recently went on a walk and I felt like I was like giving like all this information to my family. I was like, oh my gosh, it's red dead nettle. Look at it right there. I'm like, and my mom's like, nettle. I'm like, no, not stinging nettle. Like there's stinging nettle plants. Those things they're nasty little things. Do not touch nettle. It's like a green plant and they have like these little teeny tiny like crystalline needles. They're freaking hurt. Even if you just rub against it, nah, don't touch it. It's mainly green. But red dead nettle, they're kind of like, they're a bit like almost maroonish, kind of purplish-ish up top, and then they kind of like have a gradient where they turn to green and these little purple flowers on it. And those are fine and edible. And quite frankly, regular nettle plants are also edible, but you gotta boil it or cook it first to get rid of the needles. But I've been too scared to do that. Like I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up and like eat a needle, you know what I mean? So, but no, I was pointing out a bunch of stuff on our walk. I'm like, oh my gosh, look, it's that. And Mama's like, I don't know. I think it's something else. I'm like, no, I know that's what it is. I mean, look it up. And sure enough, I was like, I felt like I got a touchdown or something. But it was fun pointing out stuff to my family. It's kind of fun to like go on walks and teach them like, oh yeah, you can eat this or you can eat that. Or we saw a redbud tree, which redbud trees you can actually eat the flowers off of, like the little blossoms. And I think they're Eastern redbud trees, I think is specifically what they're called. But you know the trees that kind of have like little purple blossoms? They're not really red. They're more like purple, hot pinkish. They're like the trees that kind of like all these little purple buds on them. And yeah, you can eat them. They kind of, to me, they just taste like snap peas. There was like this whole like just description. They're like, oh, it tastes like citrusy. And like, honestly, any plant description that people tell you like, oh, it tastes like, there's like hints of nut and hints of, it's like, no. It's like, most plants taste like green. They mainly taste like green. There was no citrusy undertones. It tasted like a snap pea. I don't know what people are talking about. It tastes like a plant. But they're edible. So people put them on their salads. I just ate it plain. And I was actually it was the first time I actually ever ate one, actually, this past week. I knew they were edible, but I just never really ate one because I don't have any, like, on my property. So, I found some when I went on a walk, and it was close enough, but, like, far away enough from, like, the public that I was reassured enough that I knew it probably wasn't, like, dirty or, like, people were, like, in the, like, super close to this tree. Like, I knew it was somewhat safe for me to eat, so. But the taste was like a plant. No citrusy undertones. Whoever wrote that's a liar. But anyways. Yeah, but, but I know something I did. Sorry, I'm gonna rant about this real quick. This is the first time which, I knew that, like, dandelions are, like, very, very edible, like, in almost every respect. I didn't know that every single part of it was edible. Like, I didn't know the stem was edible, but it's kind of bitter, so, you know, you don't really need to eat it anyways. But anywho, I was gonna make it a project to see, like, just to try out all the different parts of the dandelion this year. I've made dandelion jelly before out of the flowers, which it tastes very much like honey. It's probably because of all the pollen that's in dandelions, so they probably taste, like, very honeyish. But, I've never, like, actually consumed the flower, so I made dandelion fritters yesterday. Since it was very sunny, I, like, grabbed up, you know, before the storms, you know, start rolling in, I wanted to grab some dandelions, and, you know, I grabbed a few, and I fried them up, and they actually tasted, the first one I gave my mom, she thought it tasted like a chicken nugget, which was crazy. But yeah, it was funny. But yeah, so, you know, they get really soft. It's almost like creamy in a way. And, yeah, so, I mean, I guess dandelions are a chicken nugget substitute. I don't know. But I'm also gonna try the roots, because evidently if you like roast the roots and like grind it up, you can use it like as a replacement for like coffee. I mean, it's non-caffeinated, so it's not going to give the effect that, like, usually I drink caffeinated coffee, because when I drink coffee, it's because I need caffeine. But I'm just curious. I just want to see if the claims are true. Does it taste like coffee? I don't know. Maybe it's something I can drink in the evening now that doesn't keep me up. You know, we'll see. But anywho, that's my small rant about dandelion. My dandelion escapades. Maybe in a few weeks you'll hear about my violet escapades, because right now in my freezer I have some violet tea saved that I made from violet flowers about a week and a half ago that I'm going to try to make into a Japanese candy, but we'll see. So wish me luck. Let's see where we left off. Lizard O Paradise donated and said, the World Cup GF was great too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had fun doing her. I wanted to, like, I recently myself, like, saw, like, some of the clips of, like, the ice skaters from the Olympics, and I always find it so fascinating. Like, I wish I stayed with some of my ice skating lessons. Like, I don't think I could ever be, obviously, on that tier ever, but, you know, it'd be cool to, like, ice skate better. Like, I did some ice skating lessons when I was younger, and I kind of quit on that because I was doing gymnastics also at the same time, and it was just too much to do both, and I preferred gymnastics, so I stuck with gymnastics. But now I'm like, dang, now I don't know how to ice skate. Like, I completely lost whatever I had, so now I gotta, like, relearn what I lost. But yeah, so I thought it'd be cool to actually do an ice skating GF, like, with the Olympics, see what, you know, and I'm glad everybody liked it. Everybody seemed to like it. I'm losing my place. Lizard of Paradise said technology is a harsh mistress. She is very harsh. She's very harsh indeed. Lizard of Paradise also donated, said, oh wait, I meant volleyball GF, my bad. Wait, which one? I think you already talked, you talked about the volleyball GF, right? And then you talked about the World Cup GF. But regardless of who you're talking about, whether I misinterpreted and you just meant the volleyball GF, I'm glad you liked her too. I'm glad you liked her too. Excuse me. Bobby donated and said, I know the feeling, Katori. Finally recovering from a few weeks ago after I uprooted a rose bush, again barehanded. On the plus side, we will have a lot of mint this year, a natural herbicide. Yeah, we actually, in our garden, I think currently we have, like, what's, like, currently growing, we have some chives. We have mint, like, regular mint, like mojito mint. And then we have, chocolate mint. And then we have some asparagus that survived. We cut up, it sprouted up, like, I didn't realize it was still growing. I just saw like some big shoots of asparagus coming up. I forgot we planted that. And so I cut those up. And then, yeah, we're gonna, and bergamot's also like actually an herb that you can use, that I'll be using this year. And, but yeah, I'm hoping to plant cucamelons, tomatoes, because my mom and, you know, my brother like tomatoes, and see if we can get some peppers in there. I want to grow cucumbers too, because I really like cucumbers, but sometimes since our yard is so shaded, it may not work. But I feel like on the rose bushes stuff, I'm getting poked everywhere, because we have a lot of raspberry and blackberry bushes, as well as rose bushes, and those really overgrew last year, so I've been cutting all that down, and I'm getting torn up. My hands are getting, I know I'm supposed to wear gloves, but some of the gloves I have, like, they're just not, like, I probably need to get some new ones, because the ones I have just ain't that great. And sometimes, like, I guess I'm just a rebel, and I'm like, I don't need these, and then every time I say that, I'm like, I probably should. But anywho, nah, man, rose bushes. Rose bushes are difficult sometimes, but they look really nice. They look really nice in the summer. What do you mean dandelions are edible in theory? Of course they're edible. The whole thing is edible. It's all edible. Oh, well, yeah. We don't put any pesticides on our yard, like, at all. There are no pesticides. We are very environmentally friendly. And, you know, I have violets growing in my grass. I have dandelions growing in my grass. You know, there's even, you know, like, there's like there's clover, there's it all. I got a variety. So yeah, no, if you, as long as you're not, like, putting, like, Roundup in your yard, which is, like, cancer causing, by the way, don't do that. Yeah, if your yard isn't sprayed, like, you can eat every single part of the dandelion. It is all edible. The leaves, the stems, the flower itself, and the roots. Obviously wash it, you know, just because of the dirt. You know, yeah. I mean, the flower is gonna taste pretty just kind of polleny, so, you know, I'd recommend cooking it or putting it in a salad or something. So, probably not going to taste, and then obviously the leaves are bitter, so, you know, you can always blanch them to have them be a little bit less bitter. But the whole thing's edible, so if you're in a pinch, you can eat the whole thing. Let's see. Saberman donated and said, dandelion honey, interesting. How long does it take? Basically, it's not, you're kind of making a jelly is what you're doing. Just kind of like, I mean, any type of jelly I make out of flowers is basically the same. It's like the same, like, I can't think of the word. Oh my gosh. You're doing, like, the same thing. I want to say, maybe I'll use the word recipe for now, but basically all you're doing is you're taking the petals, or the flower itself. So, like, whether it's, like, roses, because you can make rose jelly, too. You know, you take roses, violets, you know, whatever edible flower you're using, in this case, dandelions. You're going to take the dandelion head off, and what you're going to do is you're going to pull out all the yellow petals. Technically, you don't have to. You can throw the whole dandelion in the pot, but the green bits are going to be bitter, so if you don't want your jelly to be bitter and you want to taste more like honey, you're going to want to pull all the yellow flowers out, little petals. You know, make sure you wash them first, you know, and then you put them in the pot with some water. You're going to boil it for a while. You know what, you're going to boil the water first. Then you put your petals in, turn off the heat, let it sit overnight. Then you strain it and you have yourself dandelion tea. And then you add pectin, some sugar, and then that makes your dandelion jelly. And then, you know, and depending on how thick you want it, if you want it like really, really thick like honey, then, you know, after you add your sugar and pectin and you boil it, you're going to want to boil it for a little longer to kind of like, you know, get some of the water out. But yeah, that makes jelly. It makes like it tastes very similar, well, not like exactly, but it tastes like honey in a way. And same goes for all the other jellies. It's the same thing I do for violet jelly with the flowers, with roses with the flowers. Except for the roses, one time I didn't strain out the rose petals. I just left them in there because I thought they looked kind of cool. But for the violets and for the dandelions, I strained out the petals. So yeah, you can make basically jelly out of any edible flower. So I prefer violets because it makes like it kind of almost like you feel like you're like a, I don't know, you know when you're a kid and you do like potions or you like do color changing stuff, it's fun. Like with violets, it makes like a dark blue tea. And then as you make the jelly where you add the pectin, and pectin, you know, is very acidic, you know, it turns it pink. So it's kind of just, I don't know, I find it fun to do. But any hoosies. Lizard of Paradise donated and said, I thought the volleyball GIF was a soccer player from the thumbnail, so I mistook her for a World Cup player. The one I mentioned before was the artist. Oh, okay, got you. Neb donated and said, I was hoping we get some good apricots and peaches this year because I really want to try and make some jams. Oh yeah, making jams are fun. Mulberry jam is my favorite thing to make in the summer, or like kind of like early summer, kind of late spring when the mulberries start popping up. It's a very, very pretty looking jam. It's like such a dark purplish color. Fantastic. We recently had, like, whenever we go walks around the neighborhood or whatever, we recently had this, like, little girl who always liked to come up and say hi to us. And, and we told her about, like, mulberries. I forgot how we got on the subject, but, my mama was like, oh yeah, like, if you ever walk around, like, near our place, like, if you ever see mulberries, just pick them. We have too many. And the little girl looked so excited. She looked like, oh my gosh, really? So I can't wait for the mulberries to come around and see if she ever grabs any. So, but yeah. But yeah. So, honestly though, I would say a lot of the knowledge that I have, I've acquired like over the years. However, I have been learning a lot of new things from, I believe her name is Alexis Nicole. And she also goes by Black Forager. She's a really fun gal. She makes a lot of funny, like, nature, like, segments, and she teaches you stuff. So if you ever want to, like, kind of expand your knowledge on, like, some edible, forageable plants, go check out her stuff. I feel like I have to give credit where credit is due. Because another one of the projects I want to do this summer is I want to try to make pine soda, or pine pop, as we like to say in Ohio. You can make them out of any conifer plant. So like whether it's spruce or pine, or if it's a fir, just don't make it out of a yew plant. Those are poisonous. Yeah, so she's the one that taught me about that. I was like, holy smokes. I'm like, I didn't know you could use pine or spruce for that. So I'm excited to see what happens. But anywho, so yeah, please, yeah, she's awesome. She actually lives in Ohio too. If I ever get to meet her, I'll be like, oh my gosh, like there's someone else out there that's so excited about this stuff like I am. So, and she knows like a lot more than I do. Like she knows about a lot of native plants that like aren't in Ohio. Like I just kind of focus on Ohio versus like other states, but like she visits other places and is like, oh yeah, this is blah blah blah, which is from blah blah blah. And I'm like, holy smokes, lady. She's like what I aspire to be. She's so cool. No, Natasha, don't drink U-Pop, please. Please. Natasha, please, I care. But also, yeah, Neb, I'm sorry, I went on a little tangent, but I hope your apricot and peach jam goes really well. I want a peach tree in my yard, you guys. I don't have one, but I love peaches. just like our farmer GF. I love peaches. Neb also donated and said, writing out all of Katori's instructions to make all these cool things from plants. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of tutorials online too. So like, you know, if I ever heard something I talked about and you're like, oh darn, I forgot, like just Google it. I promise you there's definitely like reputable places that will like talk in depth about like what I talked about. Like what I talked about isn't like an unknown thing. Like it's fairly common among foragers and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's definitely stuff online that you can look up to in case like you forgot what I was talking about. But no, I'm excited to try like you can make your own pop. Like that's crazy to me. Out of pines, you know, I knew that like there were different types of pines and spruce needles that are edible, like to make teas, and they say they're good with vitamin C and stuff like that. But I didn't realize that like, you know, and I also knew that there were certain like, you know, like pine cones when they're young, by the way, don't like do it when they're woody, you know, when they like actually mature and get like, you know, they actually like turn hard like wood, you know, but when they're young and green, you can cook them and caramelize them and they kind of like taste like really caramely in a way. But I didn't know that pine needles ferment and carbonate, like, and you can make pop out of it. Like, that's crazy. So I want to try that this year if I can. Sadly, I think I only have spruce in my yard versus like pine. There's a difference. I used to call spruce trees pine trees, but there's a difference. Spruce trees have like the tiny little needles, you know, like the tinier, more like sharp, pokey ones. And then pines, they're the really long needles. And I think it's recommended to use white pine versus, I forgot the other pine's name. It starts with a P and it's a really long name. It's like Perosa or something. Don't quote me on that. But I know that one does have a compound in it that like shouldn't be like overly consumed or something. It's not like super dangerous. It's just like any other food where they're like, oh, eat in moderation. So I want to stay on the side of white pine since that's the one recommended. They say that one's like the best one to use. So that's what I'm going to use. White pine. If I can find any. If not, I'll just use my spruce. But sadly, my spruce is really tall and I can't reach the branches very well. So yeah. Sad, sad day. Sad, sad day. Lizard of Paradise donated and said, you just skipped a bunch after Cyberman. What do you mean? Did I miss some super chats? I probably did. That's my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Sometimes the chat flies up, so my brain probably just didn't realize I missed some, so hold on. Lizard of Paradise donated and said, I've had guinea pigs and a tortoise before that love dandelions, but I never thought people could eat them. I just use them for wishes. Oh yeah, it's not recommended to eat dandelion, like, you know, eating the dandelion fuzz, like, you know, after they turn white, you know, when they like, you know, like seed, you know, you want to eat it when it's still yellow, you know, like a yellow flower, you know, it's, you know, don't eat it after it's seeded. But yeah, the whole plant is edible. So, I mean, everything about it is edible. It's totally safe to eat. You know, it may not like taste amazing, but it is all edible. So just make sure to wash it. Make sure, you know, you don't like spray your yard because, you know, then you're actually eating pesticides. So if you spray your yard, sadly, I'd recommend not eating it. But if you don't, I mean, and you know, then yeah, go right ahead. Eat some dandelion, put it in your salad. Make some dandelion jelly. Take the roots and toast it and make something that tastes like coffee. I don't know. You totally can. Or make fritters like I did. And I swear to God, they taste like chicken nuggets. It's just because it's fried. Like any fried food. Like, I mean, I guess like it's probably because it's fried. I mean, anything that's fried tastes good. So, you know, go figure. Buster Brown donated and said, have a wonderful night. Oh, thank you, Buster Brown. You have a wonderful night, too. Thank you, thank you. King Michael the First donated and said, gymnastics GF audio when? You know, it's funny you brought that up. I actually was thinking about that recently. I was like, oh, like, it seems like people, like, really liked the trope of, like, a sporty girl. And I was like, what other sport have we not done yet? And I was like, how about the sport that I actually did when I was younger? Duh. Gymnastics. So I actually have considered it. I don't know when I'll do it, but, you know, she might be coming in the near future. Bobby donated and said, just make sure the dandelions were not sprayed with pesticides. Oh, absolutely. I mean, of course, yeah. Don't eat anything with pesticides. Like, I would never spray my yard with pesticides. I don't recommend it for anyone else. I mean, I know, like, in some neighborhoods, it's like an actual rule to like not have quote unquote weeds in your yard. I always get mad when people are like, oh, it's a weed. I'm like, bro, anything could be a weed, bro. Like grass wasn't, this grass that we have in our lawns, it wasn't even meant to be here, man. So, but yeah, of course, I mean, like, I'm a naturalist. I would never spray pesticides in my yard. Not ever. And yeah. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as long as you don't spray nothing in your yard and like you wash it, you know, because I don't know, I mean, some animal could have touched it, I don't know, then yeah, the whole thing can be eaten. But I said also loved volleyball GF, was a great feeling of nostalgia with a former boss of mine. I'm assuming she played volleyball. She was a volleyball player. Very good, very good. Let's see. Severman donated and said, also had yard work yesterday. Love of grass. Well, a lot of grass to cut. Yeah, I know. It's been stormy up here in the Midwest. So grass has been it's been hard to cut grass, I'm gonna be honest. So, but we got it. Let's hope the Midwest gets a break, because it's the grass be growing. Let's see. Nem donated and said, I also need to get me an apothecary book. Make my own medicines might be helpful, especially in this economy, lol. Well, I know one thing that I've actually made that's medicinal, but I would be too scared. Like, I would have to research it more, like, especially if you're taking something that's medicinal that, like, you're taking orally, like, you really better, like, do a lot of research, because, especially if it's, like, more like of a foraged thing, because there's probably not, like, it's not like you can go to, like, you know, like a actually reputable, like, medical website and be like, so, how do you use this? They're not going to have it anywhere on there. You're going to have to look at, like, forager pages and, like, cross-reference things, because it's not, like, a widely used thing. But, like, for instance, right, like, I recently made a, kind of like a rubbing oil, that has been infused with, cottonwood buds, and, cottonwood buds have a lot of resin in them. I don't know if you've seen cottonwood trees, like the trees that kind of have almost like these, like, spade looking leaves, and then in the springtime, they, like, release a bunch of cotton, like, you'll see, like, cotton flying everywhere, like, cotton in the trees. It's, like, very floofy. That's why they're called cottonwoods. But before they blossom with a bunch of cotton, or cotton pods, they'll have buds on them, and like, where, like, you know, where the leaf buds come from. But the buds are very sticky. They will stick to your car. They will stick to your feet. They will stick to your lawn. They will stick everywhere, because they, because they have resin on them, and the resin is only alcohol and oil soluble, but the resin has some good properties. It has salicin in it, which is like a type of, it's like aspirin. So back in the olden days, you know, a lot of indigenous people used it medicinally. So I know some foragers, I mean, which again, I don't recommend doing this until you really research it, but I know some foragers actually make tinctures of it. They'll, you know, they'll like put it in alcohol for a while, and then they'll like use it like, you know, like a pain reliever or like a fever reducer. I am not comfortable doing that. So, but you can use it topically. So, like, you know, like if you have like achy bones, as like, as Alexis Nicola said, I saw she did a segment on it. You know, whether, you know, like something hurts, or you have a hurt muscle or sore or whatever, I have made a, like an oil, like I basically infused it with oil. I took some pods and I put it in oil and I heated it and I let it sit overnight. And the longer you let it sit in there, the more the resin will leach out and mix with the oil. So I use that topically, because, you know, I mean, I don't have to worry about dosage or anything like that. But yeah, so there's there's a lot of medicinal things that you can use, you know, that's like all around you, you know, like for instance, you know, like how I said, like especially if you're like sick in the winter, which this is such an interesting thing to me, like how like spruce, you know, the needles have such high amounts of vitamin C, so it's like really helpful, like especially like I'm assuming like back then in the winter times, like if people got sick, like of course all the evergreens are around, right? Like spruce trees would have their needles in the winter time, and that would be a great way to get vitamin C, especially if you're sick. Or like rose hips. which are like the little, rose hips. It's like what's left over after the rose, like the little fruit on a rose bush that has tons of vitamin C. I forgot. It has like more vitamin C than an orange. It's like a lot. So I don't know. There's a lot. Anywho, I'm going to stop now. Lizard of Paradise donated and said, I was surprised by pine soda being a thing, but then again, root beer and sarsaparilla are made from the plant roots. Yeah, like from sassafras, exactly. I know like they were afraid of sassafras because like there was, I forgot what compounds in it, but there was like something like, I think the FDA was a little bit worried about like, if you overconsume it, but like I feel like you'd have to like, I read an article where it was like you had to consume it in such high amounts that it's like, who would be doing that? But I can see why people were wary of having it, and that's why like sassafras tea really isn't a thing anymore either. But yeah, evidently a lot of the people down south have been making this pine soda for years, which I was unaware of. So just make sure you know that you're identifying your stuff right, because a lot of people think the yew plant, which is like it's more like a shrub, but people think it's a pine or a spruce, and it's not. It's like those bushes that look kind of like they have pine needles and they have like red berries on them. That is very poisonous. Do not eat that. So just make sure you know what you're looking at. Yeah, sassafras root tea. Natasha said she likes sassafras root tea. I like sassafras as well. I just love the leaves. They smell so lemony. If you ever see a sassafras tree, take some of the leaves and just like kind of like scratch them. It's like a scratch and sniff. They smell fantastic. I want a sassafras tree in my yard, but I don't have one. Anywho. Bobby donated and said, so just drop the goat with gardening tips in Discord if anyone wants to see it. Based learned a lot from Paul James. Yeah, so you mean, honestly, I don't have the link with me right now for Alexis Nicole, but if you look up Alexis Nicole or Black Forager, I mean, she's pretty much like the first in like the, what's it called? In the YouTube results. And she's fun. I like her content. I think it like, it's very entertaining, especially for like people who like are interested in foraging or like native edible plants. She makes it fun and like engaging. So like, I'm sure like a lot, like the general populace who usually wouldn't care about this kind of stuff, I feel like it's a good way to get people to start caring, so I'm glad she's doing that. It's awesome. And yeah, I've never heard of Paul James, so I'll have to look him up later. Let's see. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, she's like living the dream. I would love to. I think she actually recently, here, let me go over to Kofi real quick, because it's been a while since I looked at Kofi's. I think she actually recently got a segment on PBS to like do like a segment like for like teaching kids about native plants and like the environment, and that's like so awesome. Like that's so cool. So like I'm so glad that she's like, I'm glad that someone who like really cares about the environment and like really loves like like native plants, which is like what I've been about like since the beginning, is like gaining so much traction. Like it's just good to see, and she seems like a nice person, so I'm happy for her. I'm so happy. But anywhoosies. Let's look at Neb. Neb donated and said, good evening, Katori. I absolutely loved yesterday's video. I loved our new artist GF that I drew her and shared to Discord. I had to fix the drawing because everyone pointed out that I actually didn't draw her top under her sweater. LOL, my apologies. Dude, no worry. Maybe she felt a little bit adventurous that day. You know what I mean? She decided to like just wear the sweater. She was like, you know what? It's too warm today. But no, she looks nice. I like her. She looks very cute. It's like she's staring at you, intently, trying to figure out your facial structure. Like she should. But I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Annette donated and said, it's always surprising you've never had a gardener GF with your love of plants. So how about a royal gardener royal listener Forbidden Love ASMR? So a little bit different, huh? Because wait, did we have a gardener? Or maybe, I think you were the gardener. I can't remember. Was it gardener listener? I can't remember. Or was it just a stable person like working in the stables? But I think you were a gardener. I can't remember. I know we had like a noble lady and like a gardener listener, I think. But that'd be interesting. A gardener lady. I think we had, Did we have a gardener at all? Let's double check. Let's see. Because I don't know. Do we have a gardener? I swore we had someone. Maybe it was the maybe, you know what? Okay, maybe it was the bookstore girl. I think the bookstore girl talked about having a garden and like she liked plants. Or I think someone else, maybe it was like a neighbor. I think there was a neighbor or somebody that had a garden. So that's when my brain was thinking we had one. But I think specifically we did not have a gardener. So, not a suggestion. We probably will in the future. Thane donated and said, I also already created 9 characters for the guild. Each had a class, subclass, and a backstory. Now I'm working on developing the relationships between the different regions and the mythology deities of my world. I have my plans and can't wait to start to play. Well, that's really cool, dude. I mean, it's always fun to like create a world, and especially like honestly, I just like D&D in general. So like it's always fun to like create something and then like be able to like play around with it. Like I've never actually created a world for D&D, but like just creating characters is fun to like play around with, so I can only imagine like, yeah, so that sounds like a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun, dude. I hope you guys have like a really awesome time. Yeah, it's 9 characters for the guild. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, I hope you guys have a blast. It sounds like you guys are gonna have a really fun time. Iron donated and said, I started a rogue campaign in Baldur's Gate 3 recently. She's a lovely redheaded named Siobhan, Irish name, who wears a lot of green. She's based on I can never pronounce this, I'm sorry, but a Dullahan character. It's the people that I know, it's the one that can take the head off. I made for one of my stories. She used to have 2 green eyes until last night. Thanks, Volo. Oh, you replaced one of the eyes. No. Oh, dude, I couldn't do that. I could never. Oh, gosh. It's, ooh. No. I remember like when that scene first came up and like I realized that he was like gonna take the eye out and I was like, oh no, I am out of here. I didn't even mess with that in my second playthrough. I was like, nah, we are skipping through this conversation. But no, it sounds like a lot of fun. I still need to finish my second playthrough. I have not done that yet. I just got too busy and I ended up not finishing it, and I need to because I'm playing the Dark Urge. I have not seen all the cool things that the Dark Urge has yet to bring. So, that is on my to-do list. Cobalt donated and said, to the tune of which we start the fire. Is this a poem? I think it's a poem. At first I think it's a poem. Let's see. It says, dandelions, carnations, lots of growing hyacinths, lemon trees, willow trees, sunflowers for the honeybees, clovers, violets, blackberries, roses, violets, mulberries, jellies. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning, and the arm is hurting. That's like my week. The arm is hurting, dude. The arm is hurting. That's funny. I wasn't expecting it to be about me. That's funny. That's an awesome poem, man. I like that. I like that a lot. That's funny. Bum, bum. Iron donated and said, to add to my previous Kofi, since Dullahan sadly don't exist in Baldur's Gate 3, I had to use a human woman as a base. Thanks to a hair mod, she has a lovely pair of pigtails, and I plan on giving her the Susser Bark sickle as a main weapon. I'll show you whenever I finish. That's awesome. You know, I love mods, man. There's some pretty good mods out there that like have like really cool hairstyles. Yeah, no, mods are a fun time. So, no, I'm glad you're still enjoying the game. It's nice that it's like completely replayable. Like it's something that you can just keep on playing over and over again. So, I hope you have a fun time playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. Just reminds me that I still need to do so. I am so behind on that. Very, very behind. The Cobalt Coyote donated and said, "Hey Katori, it's a little ironic that you weren't big on volleyball and then turned around and came for Hayaku's crown." Saying that jokingly because my sister hated cartoon mascots as a kid and then became our school's mascot, the leprechaun. That's funny. Yeah, I wasn't that big on volleyball. I actually never watched Haikyuu, I think. I know what you're talking about though. But no, I was just thinking of like what like scenario I haven't done yet, and I know I've done like, you know, softball, and I've done a swimmer, and have we done another sport? I don't think so. Maybe was it just softball and a swimmer, or have we done another sport? I don't think so. So yeah, I was just like, you know, I was like, volleyball is pretty, you know, common, so we'll try out volleyball. And now I'm like, let's do gymnastics. I would know more about that one. So yeah, no, I actually had fun recording it and trying to, like, you know, figure out how I'd go about the character. So I'm glad you liked it. I'm very glad y'all liked it. Where did I leave off with the super chats? I don't even know. Mr. Friends donated and said, "Good evening. I hope you had a good week." Well, thank you, Mr. Friends. I hope you had a good week too. Hope you had a very good week. Cyberman also donated and send you 56-second video for a skit later. It's funny. I'm assuming it's, from the looks of it, I'm assuming it's a Homer Simpson's clip. I can see his face in the thumbnail. Yeah, I'll give it a watch later, so thank you. Ty, thank you for the rose, Ty, thank you. I have certainly had my fair share of roses this week. The rose bushes have been attacking me. Neb donated and said, "I recently got a set of horns for my satyr persona for Renfair. I really want to make them a D&D character. I posted them in cosplay in the Discord." Nah, man, I'm excited for Renfair. Oh, those are cool. They kind of have like a hue to them, right? They're kind of like, almost have like a chrome. It seems like they have like a greenish hue to it. That's really, you know what, would be really cool. I don't know what type of satyr, this is like, sorry, this is not me, like, you know, telling you what to do, but like, when I saw like the greenish hue, it reminded me of moss. And so like, it'd be kind of cool if like, you like put like, almost like, you were like a mossy, like, a mossy satyr. That'd be really cool. I'm not trying to make you have more work. It's just my brain tends to like, I don't know, I love Renfair stuff. And like, actually this year, like, I want to work on a new Renfair outfit. The one I had before, I didn't have time to make it, so I just kind of like piece things together from like different things that I bought and things that I saw online, and specifically like, you know, I don't know, but this year I want to make it. I want to see if I can. So I wanted to make a mossy character and see if that's something I can do in time, which I think I can. It's like what, April? So Renfair season isn't going to be for a few months, so I think I'll have the time. But I'm excited to see if I can. I really want to make like a mossy character, and I don't know how yet. I don't know if it's gonna be like a fae or a fairy or like even like a pirate. I was like, what if I made like a mossy pirate? Like, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Like, I wasn't sure yet, but I know I want to include moss, like a lot of moss, and like maybe like mushrooms growing like off of like the clothing. But anywho, that's just me. But that's awesome. That's awesome, Neb. I'm excited for you to go to the Renfair, and I hope you have a really fun time. That's really cool. I like how like they like. It actually matches your hair pretty well too. Like, it definitely looks like it looks more natural versus like, you know, like I've seen a lot of like darker like horns, like almost like really dark black or really dark brown, but like since these are a lighter color, they like match your hair really well. Very cool. Yes, Mr. Street. I have attacked the roses back. I had to show dominance, so I cut them I cut them back a lot. So yeah, they've been cut down a lot, so I did assert myself. You gotta show rose bushes who's in charge. You have to like assert dominance, or they'll think they can walk all over your yard. It's just the way it works. It's like nature. right, we gotta check on Kofi. I know, there's still some Kofis on there. Let's see. Neptune. We have 2 donations from Neptune. Is this another question of the day? I realize the pattern now. We have a question of the day from Neptune, from Superwoman. Superwoman? I'm pretty sure Superwoman I think she's just like my voice. But let me take a sip of water. I've been talking so much, like, whew, hold on. At least the stream will never be silent, because I will probably talk all the time. Alright, so Superwoman says, hello, faithful Yeats. It's me, Superwoman, and my Superman day. Oh, it's true, it's Superman day. I totally forgot about that. Alright, even though I was told, I've already forgotten. Where he debuted in his first comic book, which leads to the question of the day. If you had Superman or Superwoman's power, what would it be? A cry for help, farewell Yeats, I'm off. Up, up, and away. There she goes. Up, up, and away. So, what was it? The question was, what if you had a superpower, what would it be? Or I guess like a superpower that belongs to Superman or Superwoman. Gosh, that's hard. I don't one of the two, right? Like flying would be awesome for one, because like then you could go anywhere. But like does super strength come with like there's so many things when it comes to Superman and Superwoman, right? Like, or like the, you know, like the powers that they would hold. Like, they're indestructible in a certain sense. Obviously kryptonite is a thing, but you know, like mostly indestructible. They have heat vision, like cold, like ice breath. I don't know what that's called, but you know, they can breathe ice. And they also like breathe wind, like high wind gusts. I mean, the lungs on Superman are crazy. Flight, X-ray vision, except for lead, heat vision. You know, you just get stronger in the sun. I don't know what power that is. I don't know if that's considered its own power, or if that's like a part of like another power. Is that a part of strength? I don't know. But like, is super strength like in the same realm of like being indestructible? But probably not. So like, if you chose indestructible, is it just indestructible? Like nothing can kill you except for kryptonite? Or like, does it come with other perks? I'm just curious. I'm curious. That's true. Kryptonite isn't real, so you'd be unstoppable. That is interesting, Natasha. That's an interesting thought. Like, being indestructible would be pretty nice, because then, like, bulletproof or however you want to label it, but, like, that'd be pretty cool to, like, literally be afraid of nothing. Like, nothing could, like, hurt you, because as Natasha pointed out, there's no kryptonite, so, like, nothing could hurt you. You're pretty much it. You're good. You're good to go. But then again, you wouldn't have, like, if being like bulletproof is its own little category, then there would be no flying, there would be no super strength. So I don't know what I'd pick. Honestly, I might just go for super strength, because I feel like in a way super strength would also kind of like help you in being slightly like indestructible. Like, not like indestructible and just like you could probably still be shot at, but like, you know, if you're that strong, like you'd be at least a bit more, you know, less likely to, I mean, like, if you could pick up something extremely large, like, then you would assume that something that large couldn't crush you because you could also pick it up. But, you know, you probably could still be shot at. You know, your skin's probably not indestructible. So I don't know how that works. I don't know. That's interesting. That is true, Mr. Shmee. Yeah, you need super durability to go with it. Your normal bones would so, you know, we'll go with super strength. I feel like you get extra perks with that one, you know, because as it's pointed out, like, a normal human body could not pick up something so big. So we'll go with super strength. I feel like that'll give you like some extra perks. Because could you imagine you just pick flight and then you mess up one day and you like hit a tree and die? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I could think at some point in like your life, you're probably gonna make a mistake flying and you go too fast to the ground, you go too fast into an object, you end up like dying. So we'll pick super strength. That's what I'll pick. At least if we're going in terms of like Superman powers, that's what I'd pick. Oops, I see ads. Get out of here. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, just call me Luff. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for the I appreciate that. That's very generous of you. But just call me Luff donated and said, hi, just wanted to stop by to show my appreciation. Your audios are amazing and always help me out. The Jinx roleplay was an absolute favorite. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed making the Jinx series, and I still plan on, I don't know when. I just have to like figure out how I want to execute it, and it's just probably going to take me a bit, but I still want to at least conclude it with a honeymoon audio to kind of just seal the deal. It won't mean that the vault's closed for forever, but at least that way, depending on whenever I make one again, you know, at least we'll have a honeymoon in there, you know what I mean? But I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the Jinx series, because I really did work hard on that, and you know, like my other role plays. So thank you, and thank you for stopping by and you know donating. I appreciate that. I hope you are doing well too, just call me Luff. I hope you're doing very, very well. Thane donated and said, also the secret intention of my D&D game is to finally make the engagement with Mila through the game. Oh, that's really creative. And I'm trying, and I'm tired, so I'm going to sleep. Good night. Well, good night, Thane. And yeah, you'll have to let us know how that goes. However you decide to do it, like that'd be super fun. Wouldn't it be funny? Like in the beginning, like she's like I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna be like fake characters getting engaged or like how that's gonna go down. And like her character was like, I don't know. And you're like, no, Mila, for real. It's not just the characters. It's for real. Or it'd be funny if like she just like was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, our characters can get married. And you're like, no, this is for real. Like either way would be, you know, you'll have to let us know like how you decide to do it, because that sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm sure she'll appreciate the creativity. So that sounds awesome. That's awesome. Good night, Dane. Neb donated and said, I really hope it'll work out and I'll go to the Renfair this year. I will for sure post pics when I go. That's all. I hope you have a fun time. The Renfair is like, it's a really fun time. I went once and like, I'm for sure going back again this year. It was so much fun, and like, it was the first time that I ever went to a place where like, which like, you know, again, like no one has to dress up for any occasion. Like you can just go and have fun. But like in going to anime conventions, I feel like over the years, like, and again, this is not like any sort of criticism, it's just an observation, but I feel like there's less people dressing up. There's a lot of people I feel like that are going there that usually wouldn't go to conventions because they're just trying it out for the first time, or maybe, you know, they're more interested in like merchandise or more interested in autographs. But like I've seen less cosplayers over the years for some reason, but or maybe I'm wrong, but regardless, when I went to the Renfair, like 80 to 90%, like almost everyone was like dressed up there. And you know, I was like, it was so immersive. I was just so surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, like everyone here is dressed up like me. This is so cool. Like, I don't know. It was a really fun experience, and like seeing everyone's like costumes and how everybody just like really wanted to get into it and have fun. And which again, you don't have to dress up for you know, to go to a Renfair. You can go in your, you know, t-shirt and jeans. It doesn't matter. But it was just fun to see that everybody like really wanted to like, I don't know, be immersive and like pretend that they're like in medieval times or a fantasy place for a while. And it was fun. It was fun to like see, like I felt like I was surrounded by my people. So if you ever have the chance to go to a Renfair and you like dressing up, I recommend it because it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. Okay, I think the last one I read was Neb's. So hold on. She a dude or Shea Dudes. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But anyways, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the generous donation. I really do appreciate it. But Shea Dudes said, "Oh, I didn't know you stream. I only known you for audios. Hi there, LOL. Love the audios. Helps me sleep mostly, but also helps me think good about myself. I appreciate it." Yeah, actually we stream same time every Saturday, 6 p.m. EST on Saturdays. So if that's a day for you where you're not really doing anything and you like to stop by, we stream weekly on Saturdays at 6 p.m. So yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry you didn't know. I guess I usually try to I don't know. Maybe it's just, I guess it's not really advertised in the videos. I don't think I put that in there. Maybe I should. Well, no, is it at the end? I don't remember. It's been my end screen's been pretty the same for a while, so I'll have to double check and see if I added that in there, but maybe I should if it's not. But yeah, we stream weekly, and thank you. I'm glad my videos help you sleep and help you feel better. So I'm really glad to hear that. So yeah, thank you for stopping by and for saying all those nice things and for the generous donation. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're having a lovely evening. And if you do decide to come back for any of our other stream Saturdays, we will gladly have you. We will be very happy to have your company. We all just chillin' here on Saturdays. So thank you so much. Thank you. It is at the end? Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought I did, but then I thought, oh shoot, maybe I don't. If it was at the end, I was asleep. Fair, that's fair. Maybe I should like, maybe I'll add it like into the descriptions. Granted, like who reads the description these days? But yeah. Yeah, we stream on Saturdays at 6 p.m. EST every week, unless like something comes up, and then I usually let you guys know. But yeah, welcome. I'm probably gonna talk a lot about plants this week, so if you don't like plants, I apologize. I deeply apologize. Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting a bit of oxygen. So I've been ranting nonstop about my own plants, and then I'm trying to make sure. I mean, I know there's still some Kofis I have to read, but I'm trying to make sure I read, the donations too, because I don't wanna miss those. So my oxygen intake is like, I need to get a few breaths in. So hold on one second. Put a jarring immersion break ad for the stream in the middle of the audio. That'd be funny. I wonder if I could work that into the audio somehow, like it would actually be suitable. I wonder if, I've considered this for a while. I considered doing this for an April Fool's Day roleplay, but it would require a bit more work than usual, so I just didn't have the time to do it this year. But I almost wanted to do almost like a meta video, like a meta girlfriend type, almost like whether it would just be like Kotori herself, I guess, which would be me, but the figurehead of the channel, or like actual like wholesome headquarters or something like that, where like you're immersed with like other characters in there, and then like there would actually be an ad break for like something on the channel. I thought that'd be actually funny, so that's funny you brought that up. Oh yeah, or even streamer GF, yeah, and that could work too. Like in the middle of like in the middle of the street, in the middle of like the role play, because she's streaming, she like does like a what's it called? A sponsorship. Like, and today we're sponsored by. That'd be really funny. So yeah, I've considered doing that. I haven't got around to it because I wanted to make sure I wanted it to fit it in to the role play naturally. Like I didn't want it to feel like very off-putting. So I wanted to make sure I thought that one through. So that's why it hasn't been done yet. But okie dokies. Here, I think I got a few breaths in there. Let's check on Kofi. I think the last one I read was Neptune's. Cyberman donated and said, "Crazy Kotori chopping a hole in a door." Oh wait, so this is okay. So this is actually what I thought you were like saying like I'm crazy. I thought you were gonna talk about me being crazy for chopping up a bunch of wood in the backyard recently. But I see that this is actually okay. I see this is something else. I got a little confused. So I guess I'm chopping a hole in the door, and Okay, I'm assuming this has to do with the video that you sent earlier, but I guess I say, here's Katori, empty room, dough. I guess that's like the dough that Homer Simpson does. And it says, next room. And then Chris Farley? And then, so I guess, so I see it says C. Is that me saying Chris Farley? Like I see Chris Farley? Chris Farley! And then Mama Tori says, hi Chris, I'm Mama Tori. And Chris says, oh, next room. I'm Neko, I'm Celeste, I'm Tagger, I'm Valley Girl. All this tonight at 6 p.m. and the Miss Wholesome GF live stream scares everyone in room. Wait, who's saying that? Is that me saying that? Is that me like live streaming about the different girlfriends? I think so. I think so. Okay, I think that's me. Yeah, I think that's me. Wait, I'm Neko. So maybe it's just all the other GFs introducing themselves in the other room. It's not really clear who's saying the last line, but I'm assuming that's what's going on. I'm assuming it's me going around Wholesome Industries and scaring everybody. Bobby donated and said, so I do everything to try to kill rose bushes in order for them to thrive. You mean just like cutting them down? Throwing a giant boulder, cutting, burning, and I kid you not, it is one of the best roses I've ever grown in my dad's garden. Yeah, I mean, I know you're supposed to cut them down a lot. I've never put a boulder on one. Like, what do you mean a giant bolt? Like, you've thrown a boulder on it? Like, is that supposed to, like, help, like, break down the branches? I know people, like, cut them. I know people cut them down to the nub. I've never heard of burning before, but yeah, I mean, I've never looked up into rose bush alternative growing habits, but I've never heard of bouldering and burning for rose bushes. So, but I mean, hey, more power to you if it works. We have a 2-part donation from Babe. So it's an eating contest. Okay, so we have a role play for an eating contest between Superwoman and Neko. So Superwoman says, okay, who's my opponent?
Don't worry, it's someone called Oguri Cap.
By the way, I don't know who that is. Oguri Cap, the beast, the glutton. Again, I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming it's, I don't know.
You know her?
I had a donut eating contest with her.
And?
She ate all my, she ate all her donuts. My donuts, the table we were eating on, and the backup donuts, and the pepper plates that they came with.
So, who won?
Do I even need to say it? Who is this? Oguri Cap. Is she like, does she eat a lot? Is she like on the level of Goku of eating? I don't know her eating habits. But I'm assuming, you know, despite Superwoman being a very strong person, I don't think she'd eat a table. So if this lady likes eating tables, then I guess she wins. I don't know. I am not well versed in her eating capabilities, so I cannot say. But I guess if she's eating tables, I don't know what, I guess she's eating tables. Iron donated and said, I've seen other ASMRists cleverly insert ads into their videos. For example, the speaker's character would say something like, how do I find you? I found you using this video's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Wait, what? The speaker... Oh, so the girlfriend character would be saying to the listener, like, oh, like, you're wondering how I found you? I found you using this video spun the VPN. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Sadly, I have not been sponsored yet by an actual real person. The last time I actually thought it was for real because it looked very legit. It actually was not real. So I got very disappointed that it was actually a scam. Or at least it was probably going to be a scam. So yeah, I need a real person to email me, man. I will take the sponsorship and I will find a clever way to put it in. But we need to find a real person first. Can we have a real person email me, please? I tried getting a sponsorship from Gamer Subs, but I don't think they wanted me. I guess I was too wholesome. Cyberman donated and said, now you see why you need to see the vids. It's short. LOL. I'm assuming it's the Simpson one. That's funny. Oh, I recognize that name. It's been a while. I saw the Kofi bot said, Hijo del Sol Negro. It's been a while since I've seen this username, but I do recognize it. Hijo del Sol Negro donated and said, hey Katori, I know it's been a while since I've been around. I check in on your streams from time to time, but aside from that, I've just been going through the motions of life, or for lack of better words. No, I get it, man. Life is hard. So I just hope everything has been okay for you and your family. I mean, honestly, we have our own stuff going on. I mean, there's always going to be something to go through, like with, medical stuff and, just regular adult stuff. So, it's been a time. I'm not going to say there hasn't been stress for sure. It has been hectic, but we're trucking along, and I hope you're trucking along too. And thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you're okay, and I hope things are looking up, especially, I understand going through the motions of life. I get you. So, yeah, I hope you're doing all right, Iho. I hope everything's all right. And thank you for checking in on us. I appreciate that. Right now, I've been doing a lot of gardening, so that's been keeping my spirits up, because I do like gardening. It's very fun. If you like plants, I encourage you to garden. It's actually very therapeutic, especially, I like looking a lot into native plants, because a lot of our native plants are depleting and it makes me sad. So I want to put more native plants in my yard to help out with the environment, even though it's like I can't fix the environment just by being one person. But I don't know. I figured a little help is better than no help. So yeah, thank you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you coming by to say hello. Okay, here, before I rant on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything, because I know the chat's been flying up, and I didn't want to miss any super chats. Oh wait, I think I heard something as I was scrolling. Aha! I did. Neb donated and said, finding a loophole to use more C names. Would you ever use the name Sarah? Oh, like C-E-R-A. And yes, it can actually be spelled that way, surprisingly. Huh! I mean, what's so funny is I read it as Sarah, and my brain did not register like Sarah, like S-A-R-A-H. So it was like, I was like, Sarah? Oh, I didn't know that was a C name, but it's, like my brain, I don't know, it's funny. But, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd use that name. It'd be funny if, like she was, like, talking to you, and for some reason she's like, yeah, Sarah with a C. Because, like, obviously, when you hear Sarah, you would never think it's spelled with a C. So, that'd be cute. Yeah, that's true. We don't have a name for the cowgirl yet. I saw Dark Cloud was mentioning Cheyenne, because that's like a... I could see her being named that. Cheyenne. I like that name. I'll read Bobby's thing in 1 second. I saw Mr. Smith said it's still waiting for you to name some historical character circa. Yeah, that'd be like, it'd be funny if you had there's like a history professor, like a history, I don't know, like, yeah, you're right, like or even a historical, instead of historical character. Yeah, someone named Circa. That'd be fun. Yeah, I guess I haven't used Chris yet either. I know we used Christina, Christine, and Christy. So those three we've used. I don't think we've used Chris yet. But Bobby donated and said, in case you need a context for the ogre recap, Discord. Let's see. Okay, I see that she does eat a lot. That is quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, Superwoman's strong, but, like, I don't think she eats that much on a daily basis. So, yeah. That's a lot of food. Oh, really? Cheyenne's the name of a cowboy show from back then? You know what? Then that's perfect, isn't it? That's perfect. Maybe we'll name her Cheyenne. That sounds pretty suitable. quota. You still need to call me that thing you think. Okay, oh wait. I'm assuming this is Kokiri talking to Tasha. I don't think he's talking to me. I was like, wait. I'm like, what? I'm like, I called what? He's not talking to me. I'm in on a conversation that's not for me. What name is that, Mr. Smee? Celebrimbor? Is that a name? I was unaware if that is a name. Celebrimbor. Oh, that's a Lord of the Rings character? It's a fictional character. Who is he, though? So the prince in the last in line of the House of Fëanor who lived in the Middle Earth. Huh. Is he like from the newer Lord of the Rings show? Because I don't recognize this guy. Cooper's like, my bad, Katori. It's okay. You're allowed to talk. It's okay. I don't mind. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure that it wasn't for me. So I wanted to make sure I read it. So it's Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor. Oh, so he forged the great rings. Okay. Okay, Celebrimbor. He be forging the rings. Celebrimbor. Iron Piedmont donated and said, for context, Ogiri Cap is based off the real-life racehorse. Yeah, I know you guys. Yeah, you guys have talked about that. Of the same name, who was an infamous glutton. Oh, so like the horse ate a lot. Seriously, you should check it out. It's almost legendary. Wait, so like they actually have like actual videos of the horse eating a lot. That's funny. That's funny. The horse is just like a bottomless pit. That's funny. I think we also got a Kofi. Let me double check on that. Inept. Oh, so this is Inept and our Volleyball GF, who we also have to get a name for. So, Volleyball GF says, which we'll just make Inept's voice just a little deeper to make things easier. So, Volleyball says, hey, my ankle still really hurts. Can you carry me? Well, actually, her voice was a little higher than that. Hey, my ankle still really hurts. Can you carry me? Oh, of course. Hey, what are you doing? What? I can't nuzzle your neck? Are you actually hurt? I am. Can a girl enjoy the perks? Of course you can. Of course, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. Of course you can. You know, just have at it. Have at my neck, man. Go right ahead. Garrick Anderson donated and said, hey, just caught the stream, what'd I miss? Well, I talked a lot about foraging and a lot about plants. And my right arm is cooked from gardening this week. I literally cannot pick up anything or push anything. My right arm will, the muscle stings, man. I'm cooked. But yeah, that's about it. And then I think people, just the usual, just chatting about some nerdy stuff. Cyberman donated and said, Chris for Rockstar GF would be perfect and easy too. Yeah, I'll have to like start adding some new GF names to the list and figuring out like who I want to name what, so that way we can get some names, we can get some GFs officially named. Honestly, guys, we need to make a wiki. That's what we need to do. Over the summer, we gotta make a wiki. Neb donated and said, it would be funny, in my case, if you were to use the name Chris. If you know, you know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know everything. Chris. Dark Cloud's like, well, we talked about foraging, names, and sponsorship. Oh my. Yeah, we gotta find a sponsorship, man. I gotta get sponsored over here. Please, the Republic of Tea, please sponsor me. I'll talk about how great you are for bedtime. It's such a nice bedtime treat to have before you go to bed. A nice cup of Republic tea at your side. Actually, y'all, real quick, I will be right back. My bladder is gonna burst. I've been trying to be better at hydrating myself, but I also have a bladder of a squirrel. So that's the only problem that comes with hydrating yourself. So I will be right back. Be your little wholesome selves while I'm away. I'm sure our lovely moderator won't let things get out of hand. I'm sure he's completely trustworthy. You know, he's just a little studious hedgehog. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen while I'm away. I'm sure everything will be just fine. So I'll be right back. I'm sure you guys will behave. I'm sure of it. Alright, there we go. Make sure, did I miss anything? I did. Hold on. Where was the last thing I read? It's good to see that nothing blew up while I was away. Garrick Anderson donated and said, Neat, take it easy with the arm, by the way. Did you hear about another wave of cartoons coming to Tubi on May 1st? Billy and Mandy are... Yes! Oh, ow! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! That... You know what? I'm sorry. I did not realize clapping would hurt my freaking arm. Oh my gosh. My, like freaking stinging near my armpit. Holy smokes. Anyways, other than that excruciating pain, I am very excited to hear that. I love Billy and Mandy. It's so funny. It's honestly really underrated if you've never seen that cartoon. The comedy in it is just, it's like a unique, I don't know. It's just really funny. One of the best arcs I liked was like Billy becoming like a dad to like the spider. Jeff, was it Jeffrey or was it Jeff? I can't remember. But No, I'm excited about that. I will definitely watch it. I'm gonna see if I can get my brother to watch it too, because I always talk about it and he doesn't know the context of what I'm talking about. Well, he knows somewhat, but like, cause he's seen memes, but like, I don't think he's actually watched the show. So I'm gonna see if I can get him to watch it. So I'm excited about that. Very, very excited. So thank you for letting me know. I actually did not know more cartoons were coming. I am excited. I am excited. Natasha donated and said, you, Katori, only Katori, can call Kokiri. Okay, Natasha, I don't know how to say that. I don't know Korean characters if you want. So I can say that if I want. I won't teach you pronunciation, though, to protect you. It's technically a swear. What? Okay, now I gotta Google this. Hold on. I'm not... What is this? Okay, what means? Oh! Okay. Well, we're not gonna be calling him that. Oh my gosh. You know what? Thank God I looked it up. At first, I was gonna look up pronunciation. Could you imagine? Could you imagine just me, like, not looking up what it meant and just looking how to pronounce it? Like, how to pronounce this? And I'm just like, oh, hey, Kokiri. Oh my gosh, that would be terrible. Well, I mean, I know he would find it funny. Oh, you can call him that. I'm sure, Natasha. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank goodness I looked up what it meant first. At first, I actually wasn't. I just thought, like, oh, like, I don't know what it means. But, you know, thankfully I looked it up. I thought maybe perhaps, like, when you meant the pronunciation, I thought maybe it sounded like a swear in English. But no, it's actually probably a swear in Korean. So I would have looked up the pronunciation and been like, what? No, this doesn't sound like a swear. And yeah, so anywho, geez, that's funny. So somehow, with you calling her Prima, it led to that. You think she would just use the Korean version of cousin, but you know, I guess not. Interesting. The more you know, the more you know. Deb donated, Katori used super speed. I mean, I just had to pee. And like, the bathroom's not too far from here. So basically, I just walked a bit. I went pee. Washed my hands, and I came back over. Don't take too long. I mean, maybe if I lived in, like, there was, like, the bathroom's in the West Wing. I'm like, sorry guys, I'll be gone for like 10 minutes. I'll be back. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I was like going different wings of the house. I went super fast. What? No, I didn't hit myself. I was clapping I'm not moving my arms right now. Before, you know, I was like clapping more with a bit more vigor. And when you clap with a bit more vigor, you actually move your arms. And let me tell you, it did not feel good. So no, I didn't slap myself. I was I guess you really can't see, but I was clapping my hands very enthusiastically. And it hurt the freaking muscle. Good God. Yeah, what is this? Do people not know how to use the bathroom here? Did I flush? Yes, I flushed. Granted, I know in some states where there is water scarcity, some people, they have to do things a little differently. But thankfully, Ohio has a lot of water, so we're good. Michael Starr donated and said, hey, dork. That's okay. Hey, dork. It's been a bit since I've been in the stream. Take this. Well, thank you. Yes, well, thank you, Michael. I hope you are well. Gosh, you sound like my cousin. My older cousin calls me dork. I felt like I got hit in the face with like his voice came in through that. Anywhoosies, yeah. I mean, do you not keep the lid? Of course. Listen, you have to keep the lid down when you flush. Okay, things will start going places they're not supposed to go. That's just the law. That's why public restrooms freak me out. Because people, it is just like a cesspool of like air pollution in there. I don't know, do not use the hand dryers. I'm just like, I go in and out, try to hold my breath if I can. I get the freaky out of there. And I'm just drying my hands on my shirt because I ain't using that blow dryer. I do not trust the blow dryer. I literally, yeah, I will hold my pee until I get freaking home. No, thank you. No, thank you. Well, thank you. I was gonna try to pronounce that. Aaand Thompson. I see Thompson in the name. I'm glad my voice is relaxing. I'm sure during stream it's not as relaxing as the audios usually are, but I appreciate that regardless. During the streams, things get a little bit more louder than the audios usually do, so I'm sorry for that. Adorkable Katori. Ah, man, if only my cousin knew. Do you know the ammunition he would have? Ah, man. I don't really talk to him that often, but, like, I know he likes to tease me every once in a while he sees me. But, you know, I mean, maybe he'd be impressed. I don't know. I would not trust him with this information, so he will never know. As far as he knows, like, I'm just an artist doing freelance. Yeah, we had a cosplayer GF? Did we have a cosplayer GF, Kokiri? Actually, did we? I don't think we do. I don't remember doing that one. I know we had multiple nerd girls, right? Or maybe we named her Nerd. The nerdy flip book, this is a bookstore. Nerdy girl's a crush on you. That's the college, and then I know. Oh yeah, nerdy girlfriend wants to cosplay with you. That's weird. When I tried, maybe because I typed in cosplayer, maybe I didn't type in cosplay. So you're right, we did. Couples cosplay, nerdy girl wants to cosplay with you. Actually, the shy nerdy girl had a crush on you. The college one did pretty well. Oh, that's the one I put Pochita. I put Pochita on the shirt. I love Pochita. Pochita's so cute. I love him. Let's see, Cyberman donated and said, "You're always relaxing and adorable. Love you forever." Well, thank you, Cyberman. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I guess, yeah, we haven't really done a specific, I mean, I guess she wasn't, like, cosplaying during the audio. It was more just, like, I mean, I guess we technically do have a cosplayer, like, it was during one of the Halloween, audios. I guess she wanted to cosplay for Halloween. So, like, that's why I think I did it during Halloween time, because it was, like, an excuse to do, like, a cosplayer for dressing up and stuff. She wanted to do, like, a couple's cosplay for the season. And, her arms are kind of messed up. I don't know what I was doing with that thumbnail. Good lord. Anyways. Gosh, the arms, the crossed arms. Oh my gosh, that's so bad looking. Anyways. Yeah, like you have a cosplayer GF. Your cosplayer GF makes you spend $500 on supplies for a couple's cosplay. Garrick Anderson donated and said, "Are you like Seinfeld? You like toilets that flush like a jet engine?" What? Wait, what episode was that? I can't remember. Do you like the shower heads like the Commando 500? That's like a fire hose. You know, no, I remember Kramer like decked out his shower to like, you know, to like literally like he was like trying to multitask. Like he was like doing phone calls. He was making dinner in his shower. It was crazy. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't really care if the toilet's like a jet engine. Probably make things more efficient. Just make sure you shut the lid. The Commando 500. Yeah, I do like good water pressure. It feels good on my back, so sure. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I guess I am like Seinfeld. Neb donated and said, all the GFs are lovable dorks. I mean, yeah. They're all lovable dorks. We all be nerds in this house. So Swirl donated and said, hey Katori, I hope you're well. Real quick and random, but the Pokemon Johto League theme had no business slapping that hard. Seriously, I don't know what that is. Pokemon Johto League theme? Almost, so is it just like the new season of Pokemon, I'm assuming? No, No, this is older, because I could see Ash in it, because didn't Ash retire? Wasn't Ash retired? Yeah, this is from, okay, yeah, no, this is showing, like, yeah, no, okay. Actually, what is it? Do I remember this song? Okay, I don't think I've listened to this one. Or maybe if I did, I don't remember. But I'm glad it slaps for you. I'm glad it slaps. Michael Starr donated and said, I am well. I went to my first concert last Sunday. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, the only concert I've ever been to was an Ace concert. And thank God I went to that one. I almost didn't go because of the ticket prices and our seats were kind of bad. And I've already told the story a million times, but somehow we got upgraded seats for free. And which was great because the day actually didn't go that great. Like our seats were kind of bad. Everybody stood up. I couldn't see. Our waters got spilled. Some girl was like trying to, she was like, that's my seat. I'm like, no, it ain't. I was about to throw hands, but anyways. But then like, yeah, someone was like, hey, you want like some better seats? And I'm like, do I? And then they brought us to like a booth, like a private booth seat. It was freaking amazing. Anyways, but thankfully we went because like Ace is taking a indefinite hiatus. We don't know when they're coming back, and so thank God I got to see them when I did, and it was really fun. It was actually a really fun concert. They interacted a lot with the audience, so I appreciated that. And my family actually enjoyed the concert as well, so it was a win-win. Neb donated and said, Tiger would be like, I'm not a dork. Lies. I feel like everyone's a dork in their own way. Like, you know, I mean, like, if we're looking at dork in like a playful, like, you know, a playful, nice term versus like a derogatory term, like everyone's dorky in their own way. You know, there's always some like funny, like off-brand, quirky thing about every nerd out there. You know what I mean? And that's all right. That's all right. All right, let's get some water. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. But actually, not only just speaking about all this garden stuff, I know, I haven't seen him in a while in the chat, but for Kuro, I know he actually gave me quite a bit of a garden fund last year, so I gotta give him a bit of credit, a bit of thanks for helping me get all the seeds and garden stuff that I needed to like help my garden this year. So I don't know if any of y'all heard from him, but hopefully he knows that I'm thankful that my garden is thriving a bit. Garrick Anderson donated and said, you should do a few modern fantasy GFs where they see fantasy movies or stories and the GFs just criticize the stereotypes of elves or orcs. That's interesting. We actually did something kind of like that at Christmas, where there was like an elf. You had like an elf girlfriend and she was like, this is how humans see us, as like these little teeny tiny elves that are like wearing these neon red and green hats and shirts. So yeah, we did something similar to that for like a Patreon Christmas audio, I believe. That was kind of funny to do. But yeah, that's always like, I always like that fun concept of like, you know, like fantasy characters reacting to like what they're perceived as. So that'd be actually pretty funny. Yeah, so you guys haven't heard from Kuro either. I just didn't know if he took a break from the server, which is totally fine. But you know, I feel like we all have a bit of PTSD when it comes to Kuro, because the last time he disappeared for a few months, like, you know, it was for something, you know, we always assumed like, oh, he's probably busy being you know, he's just probably busy, you know, just busy doing his thing, saving Austria, you know, but like, instead he was in a coma. So I feel like we're all like, I have like PTSD now. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Like, is he okay? I know Shogo hasn't been around for a while, but you know, I'm assuming, I'm hoping he's all right. But I feel like with Kuro, I have like PTSD because I'm like, I hope he's okay. I hope he's fine. You know, like, please don't, like, I hope he's okay. My gosh. I mean, that was crazy that actually happened to him. So I hope he's okay, because I don't know, but I wasn't sure if he was, you know, just taking a break from the server for a bit, which is totally fine. Because everyone gets busy with life, you know what I mean? So, goodness gracious. Yeah, he did say I figured he was just working a lot, because he did say he was busy with work, so that's what I figured, but that's what he said before. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, Kuro, are you alive? So, but yeah, I mean, we're just assuming that he's busy with work, because, you know, he is very busy, usually, so. But anywho, hopefully he's doing alright. Hopefully he's doing alright. I gotta get back to crocheting though. I have a blanket still that I need to finish. I've had that on my to-do list. Ooh, but something, I did finally, I know I said before, I got that Jinx figure in the mail that I was like, pre-ordered like for my birthday a billion years ago, like almost like a year and a half ago. And not only did that come, I think I already talked about that, but something else I pre-ordered like a year ago was a little Asterian Android figure from the Good Smile Company, those little chibi ones. I totally forgot about it until like it was like, oh yeah, your shipment shipped, and I'm like, really? I was like, oh my gosh. So I finally opened the package today to make sure it looked okay, and bro, it was the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I can't wait to display him. He's so cute. Just want to put him in my pocket. So yeah, I think all my belated birthday presents have finally come, because those two were like pre-orders I made a million years ago, and I was like, I totally forgot about this Darien like small Nendroid figure. I will say though, I think they made his hair a little bit too like dark. Like, I know his hair is somewhat gray. It's not like completely white. It's kind of like a silver color, more silverish, but it looks a bit more gray than like silver. I digress though. Pocket Asterion. He's a good pocket. This video was sponsored by Pocket Asterion. Bro, I'd love to be sponsored by Asterion. I'm sure he has some gold hidden somewhere from over the years. The Jinx figure is back on pre-order on Big Brand Toy Store. Yeah. Oh, is it back on pre-order now? Yeah, probably because they probably went and, like, you know, fulfilled all the orders from the first pre-order. But it's really cool. It is really cool. It is very good quality. It is expensive. But, like, it's one of those expensive things that actually looks of good quality. You know, like, sometimes, like, when you buy, like, I don't know what to say exactly, but anything that's extremely expensive and you get it and the quality is terrible, it just makes it worse because you're like, wow, I wasted my money. But this actually is good quality. There's, like, I don't know if it's latex. It's some type of something that's, like, very flexible. Like, it feels like skin. It's so weird. It's really cool. And it comes with her fish bones. It comes with Pow Pow. It comes with her zapper gun and even, like, her little bombs. You know, I forgot what they're exactly called. I forgot the name. Shame on me. But yeah, there's different hands. Comes with a second head, you know, that you can change the expression. I believe you can even move the eyes if you, like, take off the head. I don't know how to exactly do that. I was too afraid to do that yet, but, you know, the hair is posable too. Her clothes are actually real clothing, so that's kind of cool. And it's just so cool to move her arm. Like, you could move her arm in all, like, you know, different directions, and you don't even see the joints. It's like the skin moves with it. It's really cool. So if you ever do buy it, and I know it's expensive, it is. I saved up for it for a bit. But it's of good quality, at least. So it's not like this cheapo thing that you spend a lot of money on. Let's see. And we have some Kofis too. But we'll read these super chats first. Uber Mancher? But Uber donated and said, recently found you and noticed that your most recent upload is a redo of an old one you did. Any reason why I can't find mention that if fact? It's not really a redo of an old video. If you're talking about the art college GF, this is like a classmate who actually draws you. If you actually watch the original, she literally comes to your dorm door and asks if she can draw you for a study. So completely different scenarios. They just both involve art. And for some reason it's showing your donation twice, but I think it's the same question, so same answer to the other one. Cyberman donated and said, so have you had time to color Benny the Owlberry? I have not, sadly. I actually have my own D&D figure that I still haven't painted yet. I was trying to paint her like my OC that I made for Baldur's Gate, the one that has, like, the lightish blue skin. But I have not had the time. But I still have the owlbear. It's still being used, but I have not painted it yet. I have not had the time, sadly. But I do enjoy it. Where are we at? There's the Kofis. I think the last one I read was from Inept. Yes. Elias Esteban Sanchez donated and said, wouldn't it be so funny if her leaving to the bathroom was a test to see what mischief we could get up to? That'd actually be pretty funny. I should do that more often. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, you guys. You guys better behave. And then I just start taking down names like a teacher. Like, oh, I have a list. But yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny. I'd be like, okay, guys, now here's your review of the month. Here are the guys that get gold stars. Here are the guys that don't get gold stars. You guys, I don't know, like, what do teachers give out? Frowny faces? Pigler donated and said, fun fact, Billy's dad is a Harvard graduate Navy SEAL. Like, from Billy and Mandy? Huh. If he is, I totally did not know or forgot about that, so that's interesting. I would never have guessed. Holy crap. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. I would never have guessed that. That's crazy. Elias Esteban Sanchez donated again and said, also, you mentioned your arm hurting, so don't be surprised if I drop a couple movements in Discord later so I can narrow down which muscle specifically is causing you problems, and hopefully Mama Tori can give it some relief. Here, I can tell you right now, specifically, I think you said you do physical therapy, but honestly, I think I worked the muscle too much, and then I worked it some more. Because, you know, when you do gardening, your muscles are just sore sometimes. Like, I've had sore muscles from gardening, and I didn't really think much of it, but I think I really overworked it to the point where it, like, stings now, which isn't good. So I'm definitely not going to be working it over, like, the next week or so, which sucks, because I wanted to do a lot of gardening. But, anywho, it's like, if you kind of, like, rub your arm from, like, you know, it's kind of, like, a little bit under the armpit and, like, kind of, like, goes, like, slightly into, like, my, you know, the chest, not like fully in my chest, but, like, the muscle that, like, leads into your chest, you know, like, kind of, like, where your, almost like your pectoral will go. It's, like, very much, like, in the armpit area. Like, if you close your arm and then you kind of, like, see, like, the, you know, the indentation of your arm meeting, like, where your chest is, like, in between that skin area there, and then slightly underneath the arm around the armpit area. It doesn't hurt actually in the armpit, but, like, you know, slightly above it if you're going more towards, like, you know, not, like, underneath your arm in the armpit area, but, like, towards, like, the outside, like, going, you know, to the front of your body. So, like, that area around there in the front, like, where it's, like, your arm kind of, like, going around the upper part of the armpit, if that makes sense. So, that, it's sore and it stings when I move it. I don't feel that good. It definitely hurts, definitely, like, almost like armpit, kind of under the arm and a little bit towards the chest. So, not that great. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, I'm assuming just rest, but I don't know, maybe, I mean, I'm assuming to not stretch it. It seems like when I stretch it, it stings, so I'm trying not to move it. But I don't know, I'm not a medical professional, so. Where am I at? Garrick Anderson donated and said, gotta ask, do anime series where they make food ever make you hungry enough to try making it yourself? Like a hot pot or ramen. I want to try udon. I don't know. I know I always wanted to try more like traditional ramen. I tried some before from this one place and it tasted bad. I did not like the way it tasted. So I don't know if it was, they just made bad ramen or whatever. I do like mushrooms, so I tried a mushroom ramen, but it was probably because maybe it's shiitake mushrooms and not like the type of mushrooms that I eat. I don't know. There's probably a very big difference in flavor. So I thought it tasted bad, but then I tried, gosh, I forgot the name, but it's more of a pork-based ramen. That one tasted good. So, so I did try ramen. I think that's, you know, probably obviously from anime, but if there's anything else from anime that I wanted to try, I don't know. I know we've made takoyaki, but I believe we made it, like, not because of anime. Like, I don't think I've seen it in anime and thought, oh, I want to eat that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I saw. I've seen omni rice in anime before, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I tried it because of that. I know I tried, I'm trying to think if there was, like, anything specifically that I saw and I was like, oh, I want to make that. I'm trying to think. Probably mainly ramen because I you know, you see it in Naruto a lot, you know, and specifically Naruto is named after the Naruto in ramen, so it was fun to try ramen that had Naruto in it too. Yeah, I know that I actually, one thing I do want to try, which I haven't made yet, that I've seen in anime, are hot pots, just like how you said. I have not tried it yet, but I do want to try it. I saw it in Free Watabi Swim Club specifically, and I saw them like all gathered around the table eating the hot pot. I thought, oh, that's cute. So maybe one day we'll make a hot pot. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Let's see, we have quite a few more to read. Uber donated and said, it's the shy girl draws you in class audio. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what I was talking about before. That's exactly what I was talking about before. Cyberman, thank you for the rose. Thank you, thank you. Lizards of Paradise donated and said, I love a part 2 for the Volley Girl GF where we go on our first date or something. Yeah, that'd be kind of cute. I know they mentioned going, I mean, I guess you guys can go to ice cream. That can literally be like right after the fact. I know that was mentioned. So, no, I do want to do a continuation of it. I actually already planned on doing it. I wanted to do something in between to kind of like give myself time to think of an idea versus rushing into it. So I'm hoping, most likely, which, I mean, I guess this is like a big spoiler, not really a spoiler, but most likely she's probably going to be the next video that I make. I'm pretty sure. Neb donated and said, hope you heal okay, Katori. I hope so too. My arm freaking hurts, man. It freaking hurts. Probably not going to be able to pick up stuff for a while. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, I didn't get a chance to tell you this on last week, but I had my mentorship on last Thursday. Well, that's awesome. I hope you had a good time, and I hope it was very fruitful. I hope you learned a lot of cool stuff. Here, let me check on Kofi real quick, because I know there's probably a few more. I think... I'm just trying to... Okay, yeah, I think the last one I read was from Elias. So we have... Whoa, brought that up in a whole new window. We had one from Cyberman and one from Bobby. So Cyberman says... So I guess this is between me and Cyberman. So I can't do Cyberman's voice and my voice at the... Well, I guess I can make it slightly deeper, I guess. But anyways, so I guess I'm saying, ow, my arm, which is true. Ow, my arm. Sai's like, are you okay? And I said, yeah, my arm's just sore. And then Sai says, I just got the thing. In a flash, get an ice pack, a Grogu blanket, popcorn with, probably Tapatio hot sauce, and grape juice. I do like grape juice. It says, how do you feel? Couture says, well, better now, thanks. Sai says, no problem. Carries Couture to the basement to watch Ed and Eddie. You know what? That sounds like a pretty good time. I'll take that. Grogu blanket with Tapatio, popcorn, and grape juice. My stomach's probably going to be pretty messed up afterwards. But you know what? I eat pretty crazy things. So, you know what? I'll be fine. And honestly, I've actually been watching Ed and Eddie recently. It's been really a fun time. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Bobby donated and said, so I'm going to try to deal with an issue either tomorrow or the following Sunday. So, could Neko give me a pep talk to help me talk to this individual who made me feel awful this month? Also, hey, Mama Tori. Oh, well, dang. Yeah, no, I get you. I've had situations where I've had to talk to people where it's like, you know, you're thinking about it all the time. You're like, oh man, I gotta talk to this person and address something. And it's always really stressful. So I completely get that. So I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. So, well, let's see if Neko can try to say something to you real fast. And hopefully I can say it good since it's kind of like offhand. I always get nervous with these. I'm like, am I gonna say the wrong advice? But let's see. What would Neko say?
Well, Bobby, I know you're going to be talking to somebody this week, and I know it's going to be a little bit stressful, but, you know, I guess just say what you got to say. You know, try to clear the air. I don't know exactly what's going on. But, you know, just get whatever's off your chest and try to find some middle ground, and I'm sure you'll, you know, try to end things amicably. So, I believe in you, Bobby, and make sure afterwards to take some time to yourself. I know things can be stressful, so, like, get yourself some, like, ice cream afterwards, because that's what I would do.
Hopefully that was good. But yeah, get yourself a nice treat afterwards. I think, you know, treating yourself afterwards would be nice. And I know Bobby did say hello to Mama Tori. So, real quick, in case you're new to the stream, because I know some people said, hey, you stream, so some people are new to the stream today. So, if you're new to the stream, at the end of my streams, it has somehow become tradition, but my actual mother likes to come down and say hello to everybody. So, since Bobby said hello to Mama Tori, I'm assuming she wants to say hello to Bobby.
Yes, I do. I was trying to be quiet and be patient, but hello, Bobby, and hello, everyone in the chat who I didn't get a chance to say hello to. I am Mama Tori. You can find me on Twitter at Mama Tori, and I also have a YouTube channel called Mama's Light, and I usually try to put a video out for you guys once a week, and this week I'm gonna have 4 different videos. I went crazy, and you know, God works in mysterious ways, because come Thursday I was really sort of stressed out about things going on around here, and I really didn't have the energy to do any videos, but I thought, you know, I'm gonna do it. And so I sat down and I ended up doing 4. So I am going to help you guys out, right? A lot of you out there, probably most of you out there, are single. And you probably have some loneliness. Well, you probably have some loneliness associated with being single. Maybe you have some fear of the future. Maybe you have some lustful desires you're trying to keep on.
What are you talking about on my stream?
I'm just saying.
What are you talking?
I'm just saying. So tomorrow, I'm going to have a video out for all of you who are single to help you out with your singleness. And tonight I'm going to post a prayer right after the stream that you guys can go to if you need a prayer.
I'm gonna have to start screening what my mom says. You don't have to give me a script. I'm gonna have to be like, get out of here.
Well, my channel is about helping people, so it's not a bad thing. It's how to you.
Anyways, yeah. Garrick Anderson donated and said, would you only do a Viltrumite GF, or would you do a humanoid looking looking characters from the show like Battle Beast. I'm curious. I don't know what Battle Beast is, but I know what a Viltrumite is. I know that's like from Invincible. That's like, the race that's like super crazy, like they're like planet destroyers. I've watched Invincible, so nobody knows. They're kind of like Superman on well, they don't have laser eyes, but they're basically like these indestructible beings almost. But I've actually considered it. I thought that'd be kind of a funny thing to do. Like, you find out your girlfriend's a Viltrumite, but she's actually reformed.
That's sort of funny because I know what a humanoid is, but I didn't know what a Viltrumite was, so interesting.
It's Invincible. Remember the show we were watching that we told you about?
Oh, so I didn't see that.
Yeah. You have never seen it, but I figured that's the show that we've been watching.
Okay.
But I've actually considered it. I thought that'd be kind of funny. It's almost like, instead of it'd be like the good ending that, like, instead of like you find out your girlfriend's a Viltrumite and then it turns bad, it's like she's like, oh nah man, like you showed me the ways of life and like I just want to live my life and be happy, man. And then you're like, awesome, and then you guys just live happy together and she doesn't try to like kill the world or anything. So but yeah, I obviously haven't done it yet, but I've considered it. I thought that'd be a funny thing to do, especially with Invincible going around right now. But I'm sure that'd probably scare the crap out of you if you found out your girlfriend's a Viltrumite. Especially if you knew what, like, the Viltrumite's overarching plan is to do. But, it would make for an interesting story.
And thank you, Mr. Smee, for putting my link to my channel in the chat. I appreciate that.
Ty donated and said, what's a pirate's favorite letter? You may think it's R, but it's really the C.
Oh, it took me a second. I had to think about it. Oh, that's a good one, Ty. I like the play on the letters. Mm-hmm.
Neb donated and said, this one's for Bobby. Oh, here we let's see. I saved up on pasta. It was worth every penny. LOL, goodbye, and good night, Katori and Mama Tori.
Good night, Neb. And that also is a great play on words. You know that's penny pasta. Right?
I know it.
Okay, I just was double checking.
Well, that's not how you spell penny.
Right, okay.
Okay. Listen, I can learn from context clues. I'm pretty sure he's not talking about an actual penny. But yeah, no. Yeah, probably for the next video, we're probably going to do, most likely, unless I end up like totally blanking, it's probably going to be volleyball GF. But no, y'all made some pretty interesting suggestions today, so at least I have some stuff to go on if I ever like don't know what the heck I'm doing for the week.
Yeah.
And Mr. Wanapan donated and said, well, goodbye and good night, Katori and Mama Tori. See ya.
Well, good night, Mr. Wanapan. I was looking for you earlier in the chat and I didn't see you, so I'm so glad you're here. It wouldn't be the ending of the stream without you saying good night and goodbye.
Ty donated and said, I can see Katori rolling her eyes.
You got a camera in here, Ty, because she was rolling her eyes from that joke, that's for sure.
Let's see. Well, I mean, they might be able to see it because, my character moves at the top.
Oh, that's true.
But, like, does it actually roll my eyes or no? When I'm looking up, I can't really see when I'm looking up.
No, it just went back and forth.
Yep, no, I guess it doesn't. Yeah, so you guys will never know. Garrick Anderson donated and said, you should look up what if Conquest was sent to Earth instead. There's some comic pages out there and they're kind of heartwarming. Really, I would expect it to be a bloodbath for Conquest. He's a scary guy. But who knows? Maybe, I think the whole thing for him is that he felt lonely, right? So maybe, what'd be funny is if like he'd actually the ending of like, when Nolan, was on Earth, he in the beginning was actually gonna, still like go out with his plan, right? To like actually have Mark help conquer the Earth and, he killed thousands of people, But it'd be funny if like Conquest just loved the fact that he was loved and wasn't lonely anymore, that he didn't do anything that Nolan did. Like the ending would have been it would have been better if he was there. That'd be actually pretty funny. I've never seen the comic pages, but if that's what you're talking about, that'd be pretty interesting. I never would have thought.
A plant girlfriend, huh, Cyberman? That's interesting.
But yeah, y'all, it is 8:13 and my voice is tired, so I'm probably going to end the stream here. And let me just double check Kofi because I'd hate to end the stream in case anyone did donate.
And I'm going to go, as soon as we're done, I'm going to go post that. So anyone who wants to watch that tonight, it will be posted within 5 minutes after the stream. Okie
dokies. Well, I think that's about it, y'all. I know that I said I was going to open up my commission soon, and I probably will. I'll probably open up 2 slots. It's just I was actually gonna do it this week, or I guess this last week is what I should say. But this week was pretty crazy, so I just didn't want to take on commissions at the moment. But it seems like every time I think about opening up commissions, I'm like, oh man, we're already almost halfway through the month. Maybe I shouldn't, because da-da-da. But maybe I will, just that way we can. I know people have been asking for them, so, you know, I do want to give people a chance if they want like a custom audio or a drawing or something. Oh, Natasha donated and said, to continue calling people things, Mama is... Oh, that's it. So it's... So... Eoma? Which means mom or mama. So it's Korean. Eoma.
I'm assuming the E sounded like an A.
Let's see.
Eoma. Unless it's Eoma.
I'm trying to see what the pronunciation is. Let me see if I can look. Oma. Oma.
Oma, so the E is silent?
Oma.
Oma. Oma.
Wow, we be learning Korean. Let's go. All right, well, thank you for the lesson, Natasha.
Yes,
now I can say it in Korean, kind of. Probably with a very, very, very American accent. But, anywhoosies, thank you guys. You know, probably we're still gonna have a stream, same time, same date, next week, 6 p.m. EST on Saturday. And I might open up commissions this week if things look good. And, you know, thank you for reminding me again about, I know someone said they sent a letter to the P.O. box for Easter. So I know I haven't been checking on that just because it's been so busy recently. But
is it already there?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm usually the one who will go pick it up, so.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Smeeze is like, Mum. That's...
Oh, Mum from England. Mum. Britain. Mum.
Oh, and Lizard of Paradise donated and said, good night. Also left a paid comment on both videos from this week, just letting you know. Well, thank you, Lizard. I appreciate that.
That's so nice, Lizard.
And alrighty, y'all. I will talk to y'all later and have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night. Have a good night. See y'all later. Wish me luck on the garden.